welcome to my channel. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a full face using nothing new. So I have a bunch of products in front of me. I'm actually going to be using all of the products from Shop My Stash. I recently posted that video a couple days ago, and I thought for Christmas Eve, if you're someone who celebrates Christmas Eve, that it would be nice to just do a casual get ready using just some older products. If you like these kinds of videos, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't yet, but I'm just ready to get started with my day. It's very early and I need to put some makeup on so I can start to feel a little human. So let's get started. First thing is I'm just gonna clip my hair back. I don't really know what's like going on with my hair. I try to do like the sock hair, but because I woke up so early, my hair didn't have time to fully dry, and then I put hairspray in it, so it's giving me like 2000 crunchy curl vibes. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that yet. I'm gonna start with my primer here. I don't know if I'll be talking about everything just for time-wise, but everything's always listed in the description box below if you're ever interested. You can also go in and just watch the Shop My Stash video. I only filmed that a couple days ago, so I haven't even had a chance to try any of these products yet, or retry them, I guess I should say, because none of them are first impressions. And now I'm just gonna go in with my under eye corrector. I usually forget this step a lot. I've talked about that, so I've been doing it before foundation, and then I find I don't forget it as much. Just gonna go in, hide these dark circles. I have been getting little to no sleep, as I'm sure most of us have, with holiday time, etc., etc. Before I do foundation, I'm gonna go in with just a little bit of my Benefit Porefessional. This is in Project Pan. Just put this on my cheeks a little bit. Hopefully blur some of these pores. Trying to pre-film a little bit. So today's the 19th, it's Monday, and my brother gets into town tomorrow. We go pick him up, him and his wife. I'm very excited. I haven't seen him since I left America in 2018, so it's been quite a long time since I've seen him. He doesn't live in Arizona where most of my family lives. He lives in Louisiana. He's in the military, so that's where he is now. When I went to Arizona last year, I wasn't able to see him. I think I'm gonna go in with my concealer because I'm using this pot concealer from RMS Beauty, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. I haven't used this in quite some time. So I'm gonna also use this under my makeup just very lightly. All right, that wasn't as bad as I was thinking. It's actually pretty good coverage and lightweight. It's not looking creasy at all. That's really nice. But yeah, I'm very excited about that. The first couple of days are going to be pretty busy just up until Christmas. I like to make Christmas cookies every year, and I asked my brother and his wife, her name's Hannah, if they wanted to help me with the Christmas cookies because I wasn't sure if I wanted to start them before or after they came. My thought process was if they're not interested in doing it, I don't want to force them to, but I love doing it every year and I didn't want them to kill my vibe. So I just asked them if they wanted to take part of it or if they didn't. However, I don't think that they know the amount of commitment that I do for my Christmas cookies. So they're in for quite a surprise. We basically decided that they will help me decorate the cookies and I'm gonna pre-make everything. So today is my ultimate cookie baking day. I have like 500 cookies that I need to make. I've made about 12 batches of cookies and I still have quite a few to go. It at least gets me a head start so I can start cooking those while I'm making the rest of the cookie dough. My mom's gonna help me a little bit, but it's just my favorite thing to do. I don't know why. And I have to go 100% with everything. So I have 20 people that I'm making Christmas cookie boxes for. I'll probably post something on my stories just for fun. That story will probably be expired by the time you see this video. However, I do have all my social media handles down below if you want to follow me on Instagram. I'm not really a huge fan of Instagram. I don't post that much, but sometimes I post some fun things of just animals around the farm, etc., etc. This foundation is really good. I always forget how nice this foundation is. I never reach for it because it's so pale for me. I should really pick up just a better shade that I can wear more all year round. I know I already did concealer, but I'm gonna do just a teeny tiny bit more where my dark circles are. Blend that out really quickly. I'm gonna go in with my powder now. But what do you guys all do for Christmas? I'd love to know. Are you more of a Christmas Eve or a Christmas Day person? Because some people don't celebrate Christmas Eve at all. It's just another day to them. My best friend's like that because we used to work together, my best friend and I, that's how we met. And most retail stores are closed on Christmas Day, but they're still open Christmas Eve. And I almost like Christmas Eve more, but it was always a struggle because who was gonna work Christmas Eve? Not between us two, but just in general, the store, like who was gonna have Christmas Eve off this year. Normally the person who had Christmas Eve off, as far as managers, they had to work New Year's Day. That was kind of like the trade-off. And I always gunned for having Christmas Eve off and working New Year's Day. I'm not really like a big New Year's Eve person. That's not my thing. Or like I'll celebrate New Year's Eve, but I don't go out really. I have like a weird superstition of if you go into the new year just like completely wasted, that your entire year is going to be blurry almost. So I tend to not like drink on New Year's Eve. That's just a me thing. Anyways, I would just try to get Christmas Eve off. I like it more than Christmas Day almost. It's just a little bit more fun. There's like anticipation in the air, I think, and that's what I love about it. My stepmom is a minister, so I would always try to go to church that day. Usually it was around 4 o'clock, so if I was working that day, I wasn't able to go. I'm gonna go in with my contour now. And I do miss that. I miss that a little bit. Luckily, my stepmom does her church services now. She has a very, very small church, so now it's just remote only. She doesn't even have like a building anymore. She only does services on Zoom. So now I get to do that this year, and it's perfect because they're doing it at 4 o'clock. Like normal, they would on Christmas Eve, but it's midnight in France when that happens. So technically I'm going to midnight mass. The church though is, I don't want to sound like I'm ultra religious. I'm not. She has like a Unitarian church is what it's called, in case you're ever interested. So we talk about a lot of just different religions, not purely Christianity. I would say it's Christian based, but a lot of times there will be Hindu speakers, Islam speakers. That's how I got into kirtan. Kirtan is one of my favorite passions. I love going to kirtan meetups, and it's very much a Hindu-centered chanting. I love doing that. I know it sounds probably kind of weird to people, but that's how I discovered it, is through the church. So I don't like saying church necessarily because I don't think it's like a church in a traditional sense, but it's still a church. This bronzer is so pretty. Every time I use my Shop My Stash products, it just reminds me that I have so much good makeup, and it's hard to use it all when you just have so much in your collection. But now I'm gonna go to blush. The blush palettes that I picked were from the Pat McGrath holiday collection last year. So I just wanna see which one I'm going to go into. This one's like more of just a darker color story. So I think we'll do more just the nude natural one, this one. And I might just mix both shades because that's what's easiest. I don't want something too peachy. I don't want something too pink. So that's what we're gonna do. The point of all of that was I would love to know what your Christmas traditions are down in the comments, because everyone's different. I love how everyone has like their own little thing that they do. I think it's neat and I think it's interesting. Blush is overtaking just a little bit, so I'm going to go in with my Becca bronzer that I also pulled, and maybe just try and darken up my bronzer a little bit. Have it show up, since the other one was a little bit more of a contour. I'm also doing this far away from my mirror, so if anything looks bad, I apologize. I'm gonna have to fix it once I can actually see up close. But if I had a mirror up close to my face like I actually want to, you would not be able to see me. So I just hope for the best. And really, I should just preface every video that it's a doing my makeup without being able to see challenge, because that's what it is. On to highlight. Ooh, that is really powdery. I was gonna use this Pat McGrath one, but it just completely just powdered everywhere. Okay, we're gonna use that and hope for the best. This is Golden Nectar. I just like Pat McGrath highlights because they are definitely a little something extra. They're not too subtle, but they are still subtle in their own way. Still gonna go down the bridge of my nose because I still like it. Do my forehead a little. Base is done. Gonna go in with eyes now. I'm gonna keep it simple with this Charlotte Tilbury. This is the shade Oyster Pearl. I believe this used to be called Marie Antoinette, but I don't wanna do any kind of complex eye look and make the video just an hour long. So I'm gonna go in with this. Plus I do need to get started soon. Other plans we have though, so they're coming the 20th. Like I said, you're gonna be seeing this video on the 24th. We're gonna do all the cookie stuff. We're gonna hand that out. And then the 23rd on Friday, we're gonna go to the Christmas market in Toulouse. So that's like the closest, biggest city to me. It's about an hour away, give or take. And in France, the Christmas market is like a very big thing. It's definitely one of my favorite parts of Christmas. I've actually already gone one time already so far with my partner. Him and I went. It was so crowded. It was actually a little bit claustrophobic, but it's just so much fun. Like they have outside stalls, they sell hot wine, they have a bunch of food, hot chocolate. If you're into hot chocolate, I'm kind of more into the hot wine myself. It just feels so Christmassy. They have trees everywhere. They have really big ones, like in Strasbourg, that's in the north of France. And I just love it so much. His wife hasn't been to France yet, so I thought she would like to see that just because it's very traditionally French. So we're gonna do that on Friday. And then afterwards, that same night, we're gonna go to a rugby game. My brother used to play rugby in high school when he went to school here. He went to high school in France for the most part. I only took 1 year of high school in France, and it was the worst year of my life. But he participated in high school. He didn't graduate high school in France. He graduated high school in Arizona, but he at least started, I think he started French school in 4th grade maybe. He's a lot younger than I am. He's 5 years younger than me. So I just moved out before when he was still in school. So he really likes rugby is the short point of that. And we're gonna go to a rugby game afterwards for Toulouse. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I've never been to a rugby game. I'm not really a sports person, but I'm gonna go just for fun and to be with people that I love. So I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be balls cold though. I can't even imagine how cold it's gonna be. And I keep telling them to prepare because I don't think my brother remembers. He hasn't been back to France since he left. So it's been about 10 years. And you know, it's not Canada cold, but for us who are used to Arizona weather where it's just hot, like in wintertime in Arizona, you can wear a sweatshirt and you're good. So it's quite the adjustment when you're not used to the cold. And the game is outside, so we're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully it's still fun. And then after that, there's Christmas. I have family coming over so they can meet Vincent's wife and see him. Like I said, he hasn't been here in such a long time. And then they are gonna go to Paris for a few days. I was gonna go with them, but I decided it's gonna be too cold basically. And they can kind of just do like a little romantic Paris thing themselves. I don't have to be third wheel and just follow them along. They can go do the Eiffel Tower thing. I've been to Paris quite a few times. It's nothing very special for me. I kind of just want to take this highlight and pop it in the inner corner. But that takes them through New Year's. So they're leaving on the 11th. They're here for 3 weeks. And then after that, my birthday's on the 8th of January. So they'll be here for my birthday. We don't have much plans after they get back from Paris. That's about as far as we've gotten on plans. But I'm sure that we'll do some day trips here and there. There's just so much in France to see other than Paris. I know Paris is like the go-to. And of course, if you're gonna come to France and you have time, go to Paris. Like, it's worth seeing one time. But really, like, France has so many hidden gems that get overlooked because Paris just overcompensates for everything. And I'm excited more for the day trips. There's just so much beautiful scenery. There's so much cool just architecture to see. And you can drive an hour and a half away and see unlimited things. So I think we're gonna do some day trips here and there, but nothing's really set in stone yet. And then that's their trip. If you can't tell by how many times I've said it, I'm just very excited to see them, spend some time with them. But I'm basically, I think, almost done. I am going to do brows and mascara off of camera, and I'll be right back. I'm back, eyebrows and mascara done. And then I realized I didn't do lips, so I'm just gonna take my Project Pan lipstick really fast and apply this. Try to fix my hair a little bit. I think it's better, but I've never been good at hair. I feel like, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are people who are good at both, but I feel like you're either good at makeup or good at hair. My sister is very good at hair, but she's not really into makeup. And then I'm the opposite. So I wish we could just combine our powers, but this will have to do. I think it at least looks better than it did before. And now this is the final look. I quite like it. I didn't do too bad as far as applying without my glasses. I had to clean up the corners of my eyes a little bit, but other than that, not too bad if I say so myself. So this is where I'm gonna leave you all. I hope you guys are having a great day, a great Christmas Eve. Again, if you celebrate, if you don't celebrate, let me know what you typically do today, because I'm sure that it kind of gets like a slow day, or it's just probably like a weird day if you don't celebrate. I love to hear what different people around the world are doing. So let me know in the comments. I will be seeing you in tomorrow's video though. I'm still posting every day in December, so make sure you stay tuned for that. And that's about it. Bye everyone.